Is it visible? I think it's visible. Quite literally a steaming machine. And by steaming machine, I mean another cup of tea. Hot tea. Anyway, welcome to Katawa Shoujo, Lynx here. Well, the previous episode was eventful, that for sure. Of course, not everything was shown. Due to YouTube policies, of course. I don't mind really anymore. We're here for the story mainly anyway. So like, somehow cutting out some scenes is not a problem for me. Anyway, let's see what this is going. It is weird how easily Emmy and I can keep from seeing one another after class now. I mean, you see each other like during school time, right? Anyway, like on lunch break or something. So it's nice and yeah, you can manage. It would be rough if it wasn't for that little bit of time still, right? It would be really rough for you. Anyway, actually I would venture to say that it's vaguely disturbing. As easily as we'd come together, we seem to have split apart without much trouble. Well, I guess that's not exactly true. We'd both been pretty bummed after that last night together. And we get to see each other every morning for our runs, and just our runs, I might add. Lunch too, so it's not just. I especially enjoy lunchtime with her. We have plenty of time to talk about everything outside of school, whereas the morning rounds have become increasingly businesslike. I think it's because Emmy wants to make up for our foolery in the storage shed. But no matter how much we joke at lunch, I can't help feeling worried about her. She seems distracted more often, and I've caught her fidgeting nervously more than once. Never figured her to be someone who cared that deeply about exams, but they certainly seem to be taking their toll. Even if I haven't even started yet. I wonder if the music is supposed to be so quiet right now. I actually don't know if you can hear the music right now, to be fair, because it's so quiet for me as well. Well, we'll manage somehow. This is okay. This is just the run-up. The deep breath before the plunge. Tomorrow, the real trials begin. Or the real exams anyway. As for me, I actually don't feel that worried about exams at all. I'm not sure why. I mean, they are pretty important. My scores here will determine my odds of getting to a good university. It's funny, right? That technically you learn for so freaking long. I mean, let's say it's high school. So in Poland, it's 3 years basically. And then you just have exams which basically determine everything, but what you've done throughout those 3 years technically don't matter. Unless you, at least here, unless you participated and got some decent result in some competition. I think over here it was basically maths competitions. Definitely maths. I don't know if there were any in No, there was something in physics because I actually did have to participate. Oh my god. I don't know why, but I had to. Because I was basically, physics is not an exam you have to take. You can take it for right, and I was taking it. So I had to participate in additional sorts of classes, I didn't have to because I didn't actually go. I was there like once every 2 months, maybe, because it was earlier in the morning, like 7 a.m. Yeah, you will not see me there. And so on. Well, still did the exam right. And I wasn't doing the harder one, I was doing the easy one. Anyway, whatever. For which I actually haven't prepared, but I passed somehow. Anyway, Let's go. But going into them, I feel confident that I'll come out the other side okay. Muto thinks I've got the science examination looked up at any rate. Oraski says, the last thing that should give you trouble is my exam. He saw it's way beneath your talents. But again, it is Muto who's telling me this. His praise of me carries a veiled implication that anything less than perfect from me would be a disappointment, which has actually caused me to fret more than I should about the exam. And Muto is like, wait, Muto is preparing the exams. Muto is like, okay everyone, the test has been handed. Of course, Hisao here will be taking a special exam I prepared just for him, which is like 5 freaking levels higher or something. Anyway, it's for that reason that I find myself in the library after class, poring over the textbook. Pretty simple things to cover, some formulas of velocity. I had that. A few bits about friction. I think I had that too. A walk in the park compared to my dreaded English exam. Yo, English exam would be the one I would not dread about at all, I think. I did not dread about it back then. I did not dread about the exams from the English in university as well, and so on. Anyway, never as good with languages. Hisao. As I flip through my notes one more time, my mind begins to wander. I still don't understand why I didn't go into languages. And instead tried, you know, what I didn't like. Kind of. Or more like I stopped liking at some point. Anyway. After these exams are over, things should get easier. Soon we'll be graduated. Then off to college, hopefully. I remember my abortive attempt to find out what Emmy plans to do after high school. Huh, she avoided the subject pretty deftly, as I recall. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she would go to, like, sport university. Heck, it seems that just about every time pushed too hard, she dances around the subject. Or distracts me through other means. Like a few days ago at lunch, when Rin wasn't around. I've done it! I'm started from my reverie by Yuko's triumphant shout. Oh! Something. Yuko seems mortified at my sudden staring. I mean, starting? My sudden starting? What? Oh my god! I'm sorry. Oh my god! It sounded the same, did it? I'm so sorry. I just got it. I really wasn't. I just did. As she stutters, I move to quickly calm her down before she gets too agitated. Whoa, hey. My words seem ineffective. Yuko continues to work herself into a complete frenzy. And it's elaborate action be... Easy there. Just calm down. And really have setting an example. Now I'm get fired because I can't really cried. Yuko! Shouting seems to work, for I draw the ear of several other students studying in the library. She snaps to attention, like a soldier who just heard the captain bark an order. Sorry. Calm down, it's okay. You just started mouthful, and that's only because I was daydreaming instead of studying. So really, you got me back on the task. This is a complete lie, but it seems to work. Yuko takes a deep breath and seems to calm down a little. For she keeps shifting around with a nervous energy that seems awfully familiar. So, what's got you so excited anyway? The Yamaku cat burglar! To her credit, Yuko managed to convey her intense excitement in a whisper. She's closer. I think I know who it is. I got an anonymous tip as to their identity. So I did some spying, and I think the tipster was right. Oh, really? And who was that burglar? Yuko shuts her mouth, shaking her head decisively. Nope, I can't tell you that. Why not? It's between me and the burglar. I can't risk you warning him that I'm on to his game. He could tip his hand early and blow town. Then I'm left with no perp. When did you go start talking like a hard-boiled detective? I would warn them. Why would I care? If you got to ask the question, then you don't need to know. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. I know who that is for. We all know. Congratulations, I guess. Thanks. What for? The, cat burglar thing. Yuko nods and smiles appreciatively. So, studying for exams? Well, that was the plan. I'm not having much luck for. Really? It's because you can't find a book? I'm really sorry. I've been meaning to clean the shelves for weeks, but I keep getting distracted. I'm so sorry. Whoa, chatto mate, wait. It's not that. I've got my book right here. To illustrate the point and hopefully calm Yuko down, I show her the textbooks in front of me. I mean one of them, but my mind just keeps wandering, is all. It's because of the noise here? I'm trying to be more strict about the noise levels, but I can't bring myself to yell at people. I mean, aren't their lives hard enough without me throwing my authority around? No, it's not the noise either, I promise. I'm just... Hell, I don't know. Worried about Emmy. Worried about us. Worried about what happens after we graduate. Emmy's been kind of weird lately. What do you mean? Well, you know how we are dating now. I just don't know that we're actually, you know, a couple. Or at least I don't know that we're beyond friends. For friends, no, we don't do that sort of thing. We do. Physically, we're a couple. Coupling, at least. It's like every time I try to find out more about her, or about what she wants to do with her life, she dodges the question. Like the other day, I was talking to her at lunch about some of the schools I've been looking into. And I asked her, have you looked into any schools lately? She shrugs her response, says, no! And when I ask why not, she says that she doesn't think that far ahead. I ask why she had that policy and I suddenly realize what I'm about to start describing and why she decided to clam up. She what? She changed the subject. Wouldn't talk about it. Maybe it's an uncomfortable subject for her. Or she just doesn't think it needs explaining. Yeah, but it's not just that. Every time I try to find out what's been bothering her, she changes the subject too. It's like she likes being with me, but not getting close to me. Okay. Now that I've said it out loud, I feel worse. You could digest this bit of information. You know, it seems to me that you are more serious about this than she is. I can almost feel my stomach twist into a knot. Same, but mine is from hunger, actually. She's right. That's exactly what it seems like. Don't worry, after this episode, I'm gonna wipe something out in the kitchen. But is that really what's going on? I mean... Sorry, I'm just talking nonsense. You shouldn't take my advice, you barely know me. I'm just a librarian. I'm single, so you can imagine I can't know what I'm talking about. No, I think... Actually... Let's face it. You will get the best advices from single people. And that's surprisingly a fact. But I guess I don't really know the reason for it, but it works that way. Maybe because people who are in a relationship think more or less that they know everything, and so on. I think so. Yeah. Anyway, no, I think you have a point. As much as it hurts to even consider it. Yuko seems to try desperately to find a way to soften the blow somewhat. Look! I'm probably wrong, but if you want to be sure of how obviously wrong I am, maybe you should just talk to her. Get some time alone and just ask about it. And don't let her change the subject either. Maybe I should do that. Or maybe I should just enjoy what I have. God damn it. We have fun hanging out after all. And the runs are nice, and the other activities are nice, and talking to her is nice. Do I need to get closer to her? What I've got right now is pretty good. Huh. But wouldn't you want more for, right? I mean, I know it's greedy, but still. God damn it, the fact that I understand his feelings right now. It kind of pisses me off. But that's silly. I want to get closer to her. I know, right? I want to be able to help her out with whatever is bothering her. I know, right? But maybe I should wait until after the exams are over. Maybe she'll brighten up once the stress has passed. If she does, then I don't need to worry about it anymore. But if she doesn't, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I thank Yuko for her advice and head back to my room. The disgusting painting! Maybe I'll be able to concentrate more on my studies in there. I did not. Dang, this game is so good. It's so good, and oh my god, I so freaking hate the fact that it's relatable in many cases. Anyway, I leave the room after finishing my final exam and breathe a sigh of relief. As I hoped, the exams weren't so bad. I managed to breeze through just about everything but the English final. It was the other way around for Lynx. And even that was acceptable. I wonder how Emi did. Even more so, how she's doing. She looked terrible at lunch today. I mean, she was pretty happy to be out of her wheelchair, but she was so exhausted. Something's been wearing her down, and I'm starting to really doubt that it was just the exams. Should I confront her about this for? My musing is interrupted by a tap on the shoulder.
Hey, Hisao. Got a minute?
Yes? Yeah. Did I fail you? Yeah, I've got some time. No report to be or anything like that. Muto raised an eyebrow as if questioning my statements, then beckons me back into the classroom.
I wanted to get some feedback from you if I could. I know that this course wasn't quite up to your level.
Don't worry. The science club activities more than made up for it.
Did they? Well, in fact, that's what I want to talk to you about. Do you think that was a worthwhile activity, just for my own reference?
Well, yeah, it was a great way to go further than we did in class. It was definitely worthwhile. Muto seems delighted by my response.
That's great. Exactly the sort of thing I was hoping for. You know, Hisao, I'm glad you came here. It's always good to have a student who really gets into the subject you teach. In a way, it makes dealing with the rest of the students more tolerable. You're a bright kid too. You took to this stuff like a duck to water or some other such simile.
Thanks. You're a great help, especially with that college stuff.
There is one more thing, Hisao. A bit of advice from one scientist to another.
What's that?
What does a scientist do?
Observe the world around him.
Exactly. Good. A simple question, but one that most people can't seem to answer. What's the essence of a scientist, Hisao? We observe what's there and try to figure it out. But what if there is something you can't figure out? What's a scientist to do if you can't observe something?
You know something!
How? For example, can we talk about quarks? when nobody has ever actually seen one, or black holes when observing directly is impossible.
Well, scientific equipment's pretty advanced. Muto irritably waves away my response.
No, that's not it at all. Those are tools. I'm trying to give you a philosophy. Think, if you can't observe something directly, how can you observe it?
Guess?
How? How would you guess the movement of a quark? What is your guess based on?
Oh, of course. I should have thought of it earlier. The things it affects.
Muto claps his hands together excitedly and whoops. Yes, exactly, good. Remember that, Hisao. If you can't examine something directly, it's because you are looking at it wrong.
We are talking about... You know what here?
You have to look at it differently if you want to uncover the truth. And if it eludes you, then look at what it leaves behind. That is the essence of being a scientist. We never stop looking for the answer. We never take anything for granted. Observe, experiment, and observe some more. There's a lot of stuff out there that makes no sense, Hisao. Your job is to get it to make sense. If nothing else, I hope you've learned that here.
I think I can remember that, yeah. Muto smiles, satisfied.
Good. Now go enjoy your time off. You've earned it.
I leave the room, feeling a little confused. What brought that on? Although, am I going about this thing with Emi the wrong way? He realized, good. If she won't tell me, then can I go about it some other way? The question keeps spinning my head, even after I made my way back to my room. What if she gets angry about it? Besides, what if it's nothing? If I go in and refuse to leave until she tells me what's wrong or something, won't that come off as clingy? I don't want to start a fight or anything over something like this. Maybe I should just drop the matter and see how she's tomorrow before I do anything. Would be so bad to just let it go. It's not like we don't enjoy each other's company. But oh, does it sounds I really want to help her. I don't know what, with, or if there is anything at all she needs help for. But I want to. Suddenly a knock at my door rouses me. I open it to Kenji. Oh, it's you.
It's me? That's it? If you had an idea what I've been through, what I've done, you'd be happier to see me, dude. I mean, that was some epic, you may never see me again shite. And here you're just acting like I went down to the store for some milk. You're a cold man, Hisao. I really respect that.
Thanks, I guess.
It's smart to play it safe, you know. Don't show an emotion. Keep your cards close to your chest. Unless it's time to show your cards or you have bad cards. Then you should fold or collect your winnings. Do you understand?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I take it, the mission went well.
Whoa! Awfully nosy of you, ain't it? You can't just go say things like that. Things are at a delicate stage. One wrong move and BAM! The invasion succeeds.
I thought you were going to blow the conspiracy wide open.
It's bigger than I thought. I need to update my charts. And probably change some of the puppets around. You wanna help? I've got some whiskey from somewhere. You can fill me in on everything your investigation has turned up.
Better not. I'm supposed to meet her today. Gotta go do that. Can't raise suspicion. Kenji nods in approval.
Still keeping close to the chest, huh? Okay, man, I respect that. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm just going to pretend, for the sake of my own sanity, that he's wishing me luck in talking to Emi. And if I squint, that whole card analogy he was talking about works here. Time to lay it all on the table. Or see if I can get Emi to do so, rather. With a sense of something approaching purpose, I head for Emmy's room. I hop the stairs, lead her room, and knock on the door. Who's there? That's odd. Her voice sounds a little choked. It's me. Thought I'd stop by. Hisao! Come on in! I reach down to the door only to find that it's locked. More and more curious. Your door is locked. Oh yes, sir. Give me a minute. In a few minutes, she opens the door grinning. Sorry. I had to put my legs on. I was napping. Despite her grin, there's something definitely off. Amy's eyes are slightly red and it looks like she's been crying. Hey, no problem. Are you okay? Oh yeah, I'm fine. It's just that you look like you've been crying. Oh yeah, Hisao, you're off to a great start on this one. What? No, I'm fine. I'm just happy to see you. She punctuates this thing with a long kiss that continues as the door slams shut behind us. I know what she wants to do now, and I'm also painfully aware of how badly I want to do it too, but... I break the kiss with a wrench of self-control that nearly kills me. Hey, wait. Amy's eyes crinkle in confusion. Huh? Wait for what? We need to talk. Isn't that supposed to be my line? And never a good thing to say. She's got a point. It's usually the lead in to a breakup. Or the prelude to a fight. Maybe it can be a good thing this time. That's the hope anyway. Uh-huh. Can we at least get onto the bed? It's my first day back on those things, and I'm still readjusting. Plus, the nurse said I should try to be on them less often since running put such a strain on them. What's with the music? I don't like that music right now. Can't argue with that. It's a trap. We both know it, and we both don't care. Then again, it's awfully hard to get angry while in bed with the subject of your affections, so maybe there is that motivation too. I set Emmy's legs by the bedside and sit down next to her, throwing her arm around her shoulders. In silence, we just enjoy being able to be in this position again for a few minutes. Then of course I need to ruin it by opening my mouth! Look, I know that you've been having kind of rough time of it lately. And I want to help you out. I thought it was just exams getting you, but now I come to the room and you've been crying and that kills me. But I can't do anything if you won't talk to me about it. I told you I'm fine. No, you aren't. It's obvious. Something's eating at you. You can't tell me, you know. There is the slightest increase in tension in Emmy's voice. Why is my saying I'm fine not good enough? You're concerned, I get that. That's cool. But I'm fine. It's nothing that you need to worry about. Not sleeping and spacing out more than rain doesn't strike me as being fine. I just want to help. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't like seeing you like this. I want you to be happy, you know. I get a feeling that came out of wrong because he fixes me with an icy stare. So you want to fix me, Hisao? She's definitely getting angry now. Wanna swoop in on your white charger and save the day? Stop the nightmares, the phantom limb pains? Restore what's lost. Her voice catches in their throat and the tears start to flow. Well, you can't. Nobody can. Nobody will. I'm so stunned by her sudden verbal assault that I remain quiet. Neither of us says anything for a while. I'm surprised that Emmy tightens her grip on me rather than pushing me away. A very deep breath. She starts talking again. Look, I'm sorry. There is these nightmares about the accident. Ah, the accident. I should have known. It took her legs after all, but it never comes up, of course. That accident did not only take the legs, I'm sure. And I usually deal with them fine because I can run. Running clears my head like nothing else. You know, it's crazy, but that's true. It helps me as well. And now I'm on a break a little bit. Send me those boots, god damn it, please. Anyway, I don't have to worry about anything while I'm running. I just concentrate on breathing, on the rhythm of things. It's easier that way. Life is easier that way. Just keep moving forward, you know. Nothing else matters. Just getting around the next curve. And then it's the next curve, and the next until I can't go anymore, or think anymore, or do anything but slow down and walk until I catch my breath again. After something like that, nothing else matters. But I've been stuck in that goddamn wheelchair for so long, so no outlet. Today it's just kinda boiled over a little. You could have talked about it, you know, with me, you know, yeah? You didn't have to go at it alone. Amy smiles sadly like she's trying to explain to a child that all fire burns. Yeah, I did and I do. But why? Why do you have to keep going through this alone? Why can't you just trust me enough to let me help you? That smile again. Amy leans in and kisses me on my cheek and almost motherly gesture. She leaves her mouth close to my ear as she confesses this one thing to me. Because Hisao, I already had everything I knew ripped away from me once. I don't know what I'd do if it happened again. She pauses as if uncertain as to whether or not she should continue. I can feel a violent churning in my gut. She continues. So I can't rely on you. Oh! Ow! Or the nurse. Or anyone else. Just me. That's how it's got to be. Having delivered this short speech, she looks down and covers her mouth with the back of her hand. The conversation is clearly over. I search for something to say, but I can't think of anything. I see. Maybe I should go for now. I've got stuff. Amy doesn't even look up. She sounds tired or relieved. I can't tell which. Okay, so go take care of that stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. I get off the bed and head for the door, pausing at the doorway. Hey, Amy. Yeah? I have 1,000 things I want to say. I'm too mixed up to say any of them, though. After her admitting that she'll never let me close, I feel like my world's just been ripped out from me. Yeah. What happened in that accident? I know she lost her legs, but that's never seemed to bother her. What happened there? What scares a girl so badly that she won't accept help even from someone she loves? I don't know. I do. But I want to know. I want to know so bad that being denied the answer feels like a knife in my guts. Hisao, you were saying? I'm still standing in the doorway. Nothing. Never mind. And I'm closing the door. And walking down the hallway. Down the stairs. Out the door. Into the dark. Somehow I wander back to my own room. My brain said drink a mile a minute, going nowhere fast. I can't figure out how to deal with this. I thought that moving forward was a good thing. Dwelling less on the past that I can't change, living in the present and looking at the future. After this thing with Amy, I'm not sure anymore. She was saying the truth. It's simpler to look at the next curve, ignoring the path gone by. No worry about the opponent left behind, no care for the spectators on the sidelines. And unfortunately, no time to watch out for lagging teammates either. I throw myself down the bed, looking at one corner of my ceiling, as the answers I want were written there. No such luck, of course. She's literally running away from something, but have I not been doing the same thing, trying my best to forget about my hospitalization? I'm getting better, but my health isn't going to magically fix itself. Amy has 2 legs instead of a heart to deal with, but those aren't going to magically fix themselves either. Oh, sorry. Maybe this is just as fixed as the both of us can get. The room becomes darker and darker until I can't really tell I'm looking at the corner anymore. The morning comes too soon on the heels of a sleepless night. Is this how Amy's been spending her nights? Staring at a wall or a ceiling, trying to stop thinking about whatever it is. Her, in my case. That clenched feeling in my gut is still there. I can't rely on you. Words spoken so casually. Almost like she were teasing me or chastising me for suggesting that the earth is flat. That's how it's got to be. The way it's got to be sucks. I'm feeling so miserable that I very nearly decide to skip the run. That would be stupid though. It's not something I should do to that just to see her. Sure, that was the original reason, but it's something more now. I've started to enjoy the running itself. There are worse ways to get the blood flowing anyway. Never thought I'd say it after the first week or so, but I feel a lot better after a run. Like no matter what else I do today, I've at least done that one thing. It makes me up too, and Amy herself said that running always clears her mind. Maybe it will help clear mine. I hope so. The morning is cool and clear, if a bit humid. Summer's making himself known, it seems. Amy's already stretching out when I arrive and greets me with a smile and a wave. Hey, Hisao! The sight of her so cheaper is like a kick in the nuts. Ow! How can she be so happy after yesterday? I give a half wave and am surprised to receive a hug. Hey, about last night. Here it comes. I want to say thanks. Huh? I actually managed to get some sleep for the first time in a while, and I think it's because of our talk. So thanks. How could she sleep better after our chat? She basically told me that she wouldn't get her closer to me, and then I'd get her sleep well. Excuse me, but what the hell? Amy either does not my bafflement or chooses not to notice. No telling with her anymore. Oh, no problem. Glad it helped. The venom that threatens to drip into my voice is controlled for now, but I think I'd better start running now before I do anything stupid. MC is equally willing to get started, and before long we're darting around the track. I can tell she feels more relaxed. Her running has gone back to the more graceful movements I remember from when I first watched her. It's a stark contrast to the almost brutal way she's been hurling herself around the track past few days. But she was not running. Our talk really does seem to have helped her. A pity it couldn't help me. I get to the rhythm of the running, thinking back to when I couldn't afford thinking about anything else but keeping my breathing steady and legs moving. Guess these days are gone. At least for the first couple of laps. Annoyed at the lack of success I'm having with clearing my head, I increase the pace. Is it a good idea? There's the burning sensation in my legs. The breath's coming correct in my chest, the pounding of my heart, which I still need to be careful about. But it does seem to have gotten stronger, and I can feel it pumping blood through my veins. The sound drums in my ears, but instead of being panicked as I was that day in the snow, I'm instead filled with elation. Yes, it's working. My heart, that fatal flaw that landed me here, has improved. I'm able to keep going now, and maybe one day I'll be able to stop worrying so much. Right now it does matter that I have no idea what to do about Amy and me. All that matters is that my arms and legs continue to pump in concert with one another. Nothing else. As I hit the final stretch, I remind myself that running really does help, though not as much as I hoped. I do feel better, and as I walk a few laps to cool down, I begin to remember last night in a slightly less emotional manner. Amy wants me to stay distant from her. I can't bring myself to do so. There's got to be a way around this, some kind of middle ground I can reach. Not sure what that middle ground is for. Damn, I was almost feeling optimistic. Nice run, Hisao. You've really improved. Nice run. That's all I can hope for now, isn't it? Congratulations, Hisao. You are pathetic. I gotta change my attitude. Well, you know, I'm pretty awesome. And yet I just keep saying things that I don't mean. And in a second now I'll be as good at hiding my problems as Emmy is. I like to think so. Why does she do this to me? Say something like that with such real affection in her voice that it makes my heart leap. She doesn't mean it. She can't. I must be doing a worse job than I thought because Emmy peers closely at me. Hey, you feeling okay? Maybe you should get to the nurse, huh? Yeah, I'd hate to keel over on you. Emmy looks a little shocked at my bitter tone. Don't say things like that. You already done it once before, you know. Why does she act so affectionate? She does drink her. I thought she made that clear. But despite all of that, I find myself apologizing, even though I shouldn't have to. Even though she's probably just putting on an act. Sorry. Come on, let's see the nurse. I can't get myself to calm down the whole time. Every time it feels like I've gotten over what happened last night, Emmy does something or says something that shows affection. I'm back to the beginning. The image of her ending the conversation haunts me. It was like the final twist of the knife that left me feeling bereft of any hope that Emmy and I could be more than what we are. And what are we at this point? Little more than friends who happen to fool around. And really, it's not like I don't enjoy the time I spent with her. Said so the other day myself. I very nearly didn't even bring anything up with her. Was just gonna hop on in there and let it ride, wasn't I? With this running through my head, I find myself in front of the nurse's office, still brooding as he checks out Emmy. Emmy comes bounding out the door, gives me a kiss, and darts off to shower, I assume. Meanwhile, the nurse beckons me into his office to give me the ritual once over. Any problems today? Nah, I even pushed it a little harder today than I have in the past, and I seem to handle it. That's uncharacteristically risky coming from you, Hisao. You've been hanging out very too much. She's rap off on you, and not necessarily in a good way. At the mention of Emmy's name, I can't help but frown unhappily in spite of my efforts at control. Well now, this is new, don't you think? Last I checked, your usual response to Emmy's name was a grin, not a frown. What exactly happened between the two? Because Emmy doesn't seem to be in on it, whatever it is. She looked more relaxed than I've ever seen her in weeks, which is unusual for this time of the year. What do you mean by that? By what? For this time of the year! I keep trying to find out what's been bothering her, but she clams up as soon as I broach the subject. And last night she said... Let me guess. She won't tell you because she says she can't trust you. And now you're crushed because you thought that the two of you were so much more than she seems to think, right? More or less. How the heck did you know? Hisao, I'm the nurse. It's my job to know those things. Plus, I've known Emmy for long enough to know that she tried to do something like that. It's just like her. He says this in the sort of half-affectionate, half-frustrated tone that would seem more appropriate if he had a cigarette dangling from his lips. As it is, he seems willing to make do with a pen. Look, you mind if you give you some advice? Yeah, let's do it, man! I mean, I will gladly learn as well. Go. What was it Muto said yesterday? If you can't observe the thing, then observe what's around it. Worth a shot! The nurse knows Emmy better than I do. I'll wag her. Sure, I'm open to your suggestions. Honestly, I'm kind of lost. I've got no idea how to deal with this. I never would have guessed. He grins while he says this. I think he's kidding. Look, here is the deal. Emmy is stubborn. Okay, I know that. You should know that by now, and if you don't, then you're pretty unobservant. But I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. I'm so grateful. Anyway, if she decides that she does want to talk about that,
Then she's not going to talk about that. Has she said about what's been bothering her? Even a hint?
Well, she did say she's been having nightmares about the accident.
Really? You're making progress then. That's good. Well, I guess I can fill you on in this without violating my strict non-interference policy when it comes to Emi making stupid decisions. The anniversary of the accident is coming up soon.
Uh-huh.
She gets depressed around this time because it was a pretty traumatic event considering what she lost.
That's the other thing. She acted like she lost more than just legs. What happened?
Whoa! Nope, not going there. You have to ask someone else about that because that's a whole can of worms I'm not about to open. If Emi wants you to know, she'll tell you in her own time. You've just got to be patient, that's all.
Why are you even helping me with this?
Because you're good for her. She trusts you even if you don't think she does. And you've got the best chance out of anyone in this school right now to help her through this time of the year. She won't accept my help, but she might accept yours if you don't screw it up. So don't screw it up, got it?
I open my mouth to respond, but a knocking sound at the door interrupts me. Hey, you guys still in there?
Just a moment, Emi. Give us a second to get our pants back on.
The door bursts open and Emi glares knives at the nurse. Asshole!
Didn't mean to get your hopes up.
Hey, can we leave me out of this? Anyway, what's up, Emi? You forget something? I should take a more cheerful tone with her. No need to upset her. Two can play the everything is fine game. Actually, I forgot to ask you something. Oh, what's that? Do you want to come with me on a trip to my house? My mom's making dinner and I thought you might want to join us.
Well, of course. I accept.
Emi punches the nurse in the arm playfully. Not you, idiot! You were over last week. I was talking to Hisao.
Oh, how interesting. Meeting the parent.
I'd love to go, thank you. The nurse raises an eyebrow, but says nothing. Great, I'll be in my room. Swing by after you shower and change to something clean and you'll grab the bus. Sounds good. I'll see you in a bit. This time it's me who leans in for a quick quiz before darting off to my room. What an interesting development. Maybe we're getting closer after all. Maybe Emi's finally ready to open up a little. Or maybe just being polite and a free meal seems like a good way to apologize for last night. Great. Now I can't decide whether to be excited, nervous, or depressed. I settled for a combination of all three and hope in the shower. Alright. Let's end the episode. We'll go eat dinner in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the episodes, of course. Hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.